Hey guys, today's Wednesday, May the 13th. Hope you're doing well. If you didn't get a chance to watch the video lesson on Monday, please do that. It's on the YouTube channel. We're covering chapter 23 this week, digestive system and the urinary system. Okay, on Monday we covered part A, which is digestive system. So the test questions I give you next week will be taken from the notes that I give you. So please review these notes on the videos, okay? So we covered section A on Monday, the digestive system. It's just an overview, okay? So yesterday we were supposed to be working on our questions on page 456, which we'll do Friday. We'll cover part B today on your lesson and your chapter. Tomorrow, finish up those questions on page 456 and send them to me on Friday. On Friday, I'll review the chapter and we'll have a test next week. Test on Wednesday. This is a chapter test. There's no exams. Okay, so make sure that when you send me those questions on Friday, send them to my poesyclassroom@gmail.com. Okay, so all right, let's look at the notes from the other day. As I said, we're part B, which is the urinary system. So how does the body remove metabolic waste? Okay, so we talked about the metabolism in section A and how we go about the digestive system. We take in food and we consume it and we digest it, and then it's broken down chemically and absorbed. It's broken down physically and chemically, both. So mechanically is a physical part of it, like chewing it up, or even in the stomach when it churns it up. Then the chemical process breaks it apart, and then it's absorbed into the bloodstream, and what's left over is eliminated. Okay, so make sure you go back and look at those notes from part A. So the second part is, what does the body do to remove the metabolic waste? Okay, so what's being eliminated? How does the body do that? Okay, the structure of the urinary system is important. So ammonia is produced by the body. Okay, so the liver changes ammonia to urea. Okay, which is going to become, in the kidneys, is going to become uric acid, which is taken out through the ureter tube. Okay, so liver changes the ammonia to urea. The ammonia, though, is produced by the body, so the waste toxic part, the waste of the body. So the urinary system removes urea from the body through the kidneys. Now we lose some of this in other ways, like we sweat, which urea can be lost through sweating, and there's other ways that we lose water in our body, but the main way is through the urinary system. Okay, so we have to take in water in order to make sure that we're keeping up with our water, the fluid balance in our body. Okay, so we lose so much water, we have to take it in through things we eat and drinking water. All right, so the human urinary system is made up of really simple, it's kidneys, the ureter, which there's two kidneys and two ureter. The ureter are tubes, okay, which lead to the bladder. The bladder is a holding basin, okay, and then the urethra is another tube that releases the urine from the bladder. So when the blood flows into the kidneys, there's a filtering system in the kidneys, and there's little nephrons, which are the basic cell units in the kidney. There's millions of these that they filter out waste products and urea and then excessive water. And that's taken into the ureter tube, which passes down to the bladder. Okay, so you have two kidneys, two ureter tubes, and one bladder and one urethra. Okay. The kidneys, it's the renal artery that carries metabolic waste into the kidney. So the aorta is the largest artery in the body, and then it feeds to our body, and there's an artery that comes off of that. It's called the renal artery, which renal just refers to kidney. So it's going into the kidneys, taking blood flow with metabolic waste. Okay, and then it's the renal vein that filters the blood out of the kidney back into the circulatory system to go back to the heart to pick up more oxygen, okay, and waste products. But the renal vein, when blood flows out of the kidney through the renal vein, it's gotten rid of the waste products that dump that through the kidney filtration process into the ureters. Okay, so the nephrons is what really acts as a filtering device. Okay, there's millions of those in your kidneys. Okay, so you take anatomy, we'll study parts of the urinary system, the kidney, and we'll cut up a sheep's kidney and so forth. All right, so the function of the urinary system, really there's three main functions: filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. Okay, so these three things together is how urea is pulled out of the blood, and you don't want other things pulled out with it. I mean, glucose shouldn't go into your urine, blood shouldn't flow into your urine. If the bile, which is which is made by the liver and helps to emulsify fats in your digestive system, that should not go into your urine. So if they find glucose in your urine, that could be, for some people, maybe a early sign of diabetes. But if you have a blood flowing into the urine, that could be a infection. So these are signs of abnormalities. Okay, but filtration, reabsorption, and secretion are three major functions of your urinary system to get rid of waste products. Okay, along with that would be excess of water. So urine is about in itself 95% water. So just our system, when the kidneys filter out the waste material, water is going to be trapped with it. That's why we need so much water in our body. The things we eat and drinking water says we're going to lose water. Okay, so that when the urea is filtered out, it's going to take excess of water with it. Okay, there's other substances that will filter out with it, but not all. I mean, like I said before, you're not losing bile, you're not losing glucose, you're not losing blood. This you shouldn't know, but there are other proteins and things that go out with it. Okay, if you had, for example, if you were to take a vitamin C or some what called water-soluble vitamins, those probably going to be filtered out because your body doesn't need excess vitamins. You should get them in what you eat. So water-soluble vitamins usually aren't stored by the body; they're filtered out through our urine. Okay, so that's why when you eat really good and good vitamins or good vegetables and so forth, sometimes your urine can be bright yellow. So if you take multiple vitamins, sometimes that'll be the case also. The urinary system of the body is the excretory system that removes waste. Okay, that's the urinary system is responsible for that. Okay, the liver plays a role as well. Remember, the liver secretes bile that's going to emulsify fats in the digestive process. But during that process, also, it's acting like a detergent and cleaning it. So some of that excess waste product and toxin is going to make its way through the bloodstream back down to the kidneys. Okay, so your skin, as I said before, there are some waste products that are lost through the skin, through sweat, perspiration, just normal. All right, there's a little bit through the lungs that makes it back up through our respiratory system, through our saliva and so forth. So there's different ways that we, removes the waste product, and water is removed from our body. Water is a very essential nutrient for our body. We cannot survive without water, good amounts of it. Okay, so you don't want to have, if you get dehydrated, that's not a good thing. Dry mouth, usually your body will tell you when it needs water. Start dry mouth and start getting, so you know you need drink. All right, the human body also regulates water level. There's what we call an antidiuretic hormone in our bodies, ADH, and it regulates water levels. That's what gives us, a thirst sensation. We know our body needs it. Drinking plenty of water is a way to maintain good health. Just drinking, tap water is fine. You don't have to really necessarily drink bottled water, but just pure water is very, very important. You don't have to have a lot of sports drinks or Gatorade or, those are okay. After an activity and you've sweated and you want to get electrolytes back into your system, it's okay to drink a Gatorade or something. But during the activity, you just need to drink water. But water is way better for you during the day than sports drinks or sugar. They have a lot of sugar content. It's not as good for you. All right. All right, so if we review questions here, which two organs of the urinary system are essentially tubes? So the ureters, there's two of those in the urethra, both tubes. Okay, so person is having trouble with urea not being removed from his blood, which organs of the urinary system are likely to be failing? So not the kidneys would be in danger of failing because urea is supposed to be filtered out through the kidney. So if it's not being filtered out, then something's wrong with the kidneys. All right. What sections of the alimentary canal, going back to talk about the digestive system, would carry secretions from only one set of accessory organs? All right, the oral cavity, which is the mouth, the esophagus, and the stomach all carry secretion from the salivary glands. Okay, which part of the alimentary canal has the lowest pH? It would be the stomach, due to the gastric juices and a lot of acids, hydrochloric acid and so forth. So, all right, so make sure you, I'll stop sharing the screen right now. Make sure you study the notes. If you didn't get to look at Monday's notes, go back and look at those. Do those questions and work on those tomorrow. And Friday we'll do a little review, okay? Talk to you later.